Hey Virgo, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so we take what works and leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. I'm going to start with the Botanical Inspirations deck for sort of a vibe of where we might, sort of the vibe. And then we're going to go on to the Golden Tarot for a more traditional tarot spread. So, these Botanical Inspirations, they're flowers, Victorian illustrations of flowers with the meanings that Victorians ascribe to them. So, all right. But the last couple readings, they haven't really wanted to say anything, or they're just very patient and very specific. So we have to be patient, which I'm not really sure YouTube is really set up to facilitate. But we'll see. All right. All right, Botanical Inspirations. What do we got? What do we got for Virgo? Ooh. Did something secret? What's that? Nope. Oh boy. Okay. Magnolia, nobility and self-esteem. There's nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self. That's from Hemingway. Magnolia. Oop. Shiny. Shiny, because I waited till later in the day. So Magnolia here. Magnolia is the first flower. It's considered the first flowering plant that evolved. And of course, it reminds me of a Grateful Dead song, Sugar Magnolia, which I cannot really remember very well anymore. Okay, so nobility, self-esteem. I also want to say just the originality of that first magnolia flower, to be like, I don't know, this has never been done before. I guess I'm going to do this. I like it. I like it. All right, Virgo, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. That is so fascinating. You have two in reverse here. So we're going to take them as reversals. Even though I keep the deck upright, we're going to take them as reversals. Okay, hold on. Someone's creeping around here. Oh, just a kid letting the cat in, so that was nice. Okay, so in your recent past, I want to say recent history, recent past, you have this Eight of Coins, but he came in reversed. So there are no mistakes in tarot, so we're going to take this reversed. So this is difficulties with work or with money, not being able to bring who you are into your work, or who you are being somehow opposed to the work that you're doing. And this may be like getting bored of your work, a little monotonous, some sort of difficulty. The Eight of Coins here is work. You're supposed to be enjoying it, really engaged with it, really happy with it. There's something going wrong here. Either you don't have work, or there's some sort of crisis at work and it's not fun, it's not engaging. Maybe you don't feel like you can be yourself there, or you can bring yourself out, or the gifts that you feel that you have are a mismatch for this type of work, this type of job here. There's something sort of not quite right going on in your work environment that is it's interrupted some sort of flow, some sort of rhythm that you'd gotten into, and there's something about who you are that just isn't you're not able to do that anymore. It could be that it was fine at one point, and then just recently it started to just become sour a little. So, and it has to do. It may not have to do with work. It may have to do with housing. With any kind of physicality, anything you spend money on. So anything that we can touch, feel, that kind of stuff. It's more like eight of physical. Eight of physical. If I were to make a deck, I guess that's what I would call it. Eight of physicals. And then, but it looks like it resolved. Because now you've got this Nine of Coins, so you went from Eight of Coins, so something not quite right in sort of the execution of the work and sort of the in the day-to-day aspect of the work. But then here, your Nine of Coins, you've accomplished and achieved something. It was hard, it was difficult, there may have been some, maybe you didn't like the process of getting there, but Nine of Coins is the widow Clicquot, the sole proprietor, the lady businesswoman who's made her own money. She's got everything she needs. She is physically set. She's sort of in charge of her domain. She holds this falcon in her hand, representing some being in control of something, being in charge of something. The falcon sort of patrolling the land for prey here, and she's in charge of the falcon. So she's in charge of the predator. She's in charge of the lambs, from the lambs to the predators, to the trees, to everything. She's in charge of it. So there's some sort of, whatever you were trying to accomplish at work, you accomplished, even though it was difficult and it sucked and it was a little bit maybe out of your comfort zone, a little bit unexpected. You did it. You accomplished it, and it's yours now. You are the proud owner of this business, of this endeavor. You are the leader of it and sort of the solely responsible for the situation. And this is a moment of pride for you in your work or your physicality. You know, maybe your housing wasn't working out, and now you feel secure in that. There's some sort of yeah, because the coins are physicality, right? So physicality, there's some sort of success and ownership over a part of your physical life. You feel very good about that. Okay, so what's at issue here, though, or in your inner landscape, you have this Four of Cups. So Four of Cups is about offers and about offers being refused. So offers being refused. So sometimes, and it has to do with emotion, how you're feeling about an offer. So this could be an offer coming in that's been offered before, and you still haven't even drunk the first three. So why would you need a fourth? You could be refusing an offer, or so you could be on any side of this card's coin, so to speak, like coins, haha. So you could be on any side of this equation, and it's really on your mind. You could be thinking about bringing in an offer, hoping to bring in an offer, but worried about getting rejected. You could be worried about receiving an offer, but you can't take it right now. You're not able to take on a new offer, and so you're worried about having to reject someone's offer. You could be hopeful for an offer. Yeah, I think you're hopeful to bring in an offer, or worried about an offer that you're going to have to reject because you're not able to handle it. Or thinking not just one that's coming in, there could have already been an offer and you've had to say no. This card sometimes also reads as a habitual thing where you're always being offered sort of this carrot, and the carrot never turns out to be a carrot, it turns out to be a rotten cucumber. Like, it's just... And just repeatedly, they can be part of breaking a cycle, and somebody offering you something and over and over again, and you finally just being like, you know what, no, let's break this cycle. Like Charlie Brown and Lucy. Lucy's always holding the ball. I'm going to let you kick it this time, Charlie Brown. I'm going to let you kick it, going to let you kick it. And then she always takes it away. At no point in the entire cartoon does he kick it. And I have to say that for my years and years and decades of reading the Charlie Brown comic in the newspapers, from growing up to large portions of I always believed that this time she's gonna let him kick it, and he never does. So never ever does. So they could be that, like, yeah, you keep offering me to kick this football and I'm not falling for it this time. I'm not falling for this offer this time. This is bullshit. So this is something that's on your mind, in your heart probably, of just offers and rejection. And somebody may have offered you something, you may have rejected it, you're thinking about that. Somebody looking ahead here, this could really be about something coming in that's where you need to break a cycle, or wanting to offer something, or offers being given but not being able to be accepted on either side. for whatever reason, maybe great reasons, healthy reasons, maybe terrible reasons. And then what's at issue here is the Magician in reverse. Something is not being able to come to fruition. There's some sort of dream, some sort of hope. Maybe this is you offering something and it just keeps not happening, or the situation is never right, or something like that. The Magician, this is not having what you need to make something happen. Just you don't have all the tools you need. You know, if you're going to make a magic potion, you're going to need, you know, some Eye of Newt, and you can't get Eye of Newt right now. So there's no Eye of Newt to be had. So what are you going to do? You have something you want to bring in, which is funny because it looks like you've done really well in one part of your life, some sort of physical part, but here you just don't have what you need, and this could be why you keep refusing this offer. You're like, no, I don't actually have the stomach for more wine, and your wine is shitty anyway, so I can't really... Oh, look. He's got a canteen here. He's got a canteen of water, too, on top of it all. And a cup. He has all the tools he needs to be able to take this offer. I'm looking at the Four of Cups here. Take this offer here. He's got a book in his hand that he's just not opening. He's not reading it. Very disinterested in this. I mean, look, he's not even interested in his job anymore here. The animals are just kind of sitting there. It is night, so everyone's supposed to be asleep. Maybe he's like, stop bothering me in my sleep. Maybe you just have everything that you need already right here. So why is someone trying to offer you more? You've got what you want. You've got what you need. But this Four of Cups is happening in your inner landscape. So it's something you're thinking about in theory. In theory, are you able to accept an offer? In theory, would this other person accept your offer? But anyway, we're at the Magician reversed here. So this Magician reversed, he's supposed to have everything he needs, makes the magic happen, talks to the animals. He's got his knife, he's got his coins, he's got his emotions, he's got his inspiration. He's got everything he needs to like make something happen, but it's not happening. So you might not have what you need. You might be missing one of these crucial elements. Could be this cup. Maybe you just don't have the emotional bandwidth for everything that other people want to happen, or for you to happen. Maybe you might not have a really clear idea. You might not have money to make this happen. You might not just be feeling inspired to make it happen. You could be missing any one of these four elements, or you could have all the elements but yet somehow are unable to bring this thing together. So there's some sort of wish that's going unfulfilled, which is interesting because, and maybe you're the one offering. Maybe you have a wish, but somebody's wish here is going unfulfilled, and you might be aware that you're not fulfilling this wish that's coming in. You might be aware of that, and it's weighing heavily, and you're thinking about it. But there's and I'm not even sure that this is your wish that's not being fulfilled. That somebody's wish is not being fulfilled, and there's just not the tools available. There's something here missing. That's making this offer not acceptable, or this offer making you really think about maybe not wanting to offer something, or there's just something missing and you know it. So it could be if you're the one bringing in the offer. Sometimes I wish these were personal readings because the message can be clearer. But if you were the one bringing in the offer, you might realize that the offer is actually missing something. So why even bring it if you know it's missing something? Or if someone's bringing you an offer, you're not taking it because it's missing something, or you're missing something, and you just can't take it right now. Your hands are full with this book. You can't even take what you've already got. So why is more coming in here? You haven't been able to handle these other cups. You haven't had anything to drink for a long time. So, in your environment, this is really fascinating, is this Seven of Swords. So somebody's lying or not talking about something. There's supposed to be an open clash of ideas. So this is thievery and sneakery going on here, right? So there's supposed to be a battle here on this little plane. And there's supposed to be a battle, but instead of having a battle, they're just like, I'm just going to steal all the swords and can't fight, right? So this is someone maybe not talking about something. They've clammed up. They're not communicating, refusing to communicate, or lying about their feelings, lying about what they think. This is someone shutting down conflict by lying or not communicating. So those two things, this card's come up a lot recently. Those two things, silent treatment and lying, are both ways where we in a way don't treat others as humans, as equals when we do that. We say, I know what I want, I know what's good for me, and I'm going to get that, and you don't get to make a decision, you don't get to know the truth, you don't get a decision here. So this isn't you that's lying, this is somebody else that might be lying or trying to sneak something. And maybe this is why you're refusing this offer, because you know it comes, you know it's got this baggage with it, or this situation always ends up happening, so you're not interested in taking any more of their shit here. Or it could just be somebody else that's just not talking about something, and is just trying to sneak away and avoid a conflict that needs to happen, that was meant to happen, but they're stealing from you. And basically, lying and silent treatment is stealing your full autonomy from you and putting themselves above you and saying, I'm going to make these decisions about our relationship, about our conversations, about what you need to know and what you don't need to know. It's very controlling, both lying and because you just make decisions for somebody else if you're the person doing that. But I see that as not being you. I see that as being somebody else in this situation. And maybe that's what you know is missing, is the truth. The truth is missing here, you can't make anything happen without it. So what your to-do list here? This is so fascinating that this came in the reverse, and I struggle sometimes to accept sort of my own belief that there are no accidents in tarot. And once this whole spread gets going, it's going, and everything that happens here is meant to happen the way that it does. So I want to say the Six of Wands upright is going to be you accomplishing something, doing something in your community, being very happy about it. This could be you. This could be you, honestly. You know that what's missing from this manifestation is a sense of honesty, is being honest with yourself or honest with somebody else. And you know that you can't be making something happen without a lot of honesty, without bringing that truth in, because it'll be fucked up. The animal you end up like bringing back to life here is going to be a kind of a little mess, Dr. Frankenstein, if you don't bring in some truth here. But this is Six of Wands. So this is either doing something privately without your community knowing, or I want to say allowing shame, because typically when this card comes out in the reverse, it's over in this what's at issue. And what's at issue is your community not being proud of you, your community not being happy with you, which can lead to a sense of shame. So I'm trying to think about where you need to go with this. If you were lying, I think you need to take your lumps and accept the sense of humiliation and shame. A bad parade, you need to go to a protest. I mean, those aren't bad. I fully support that. But you need to not accomplish something. Maybe you feel like in the upright, this was ill-gotten gains, this parade in your honor and what you accomplished and what you achieved here. Maybe you need to give something back or return something, because this is you accomplishing so much and being such the boss. But was there something wrong with this? Because we have this Magician upside down. We have this dishonesty here. So is there something where you need to walk something back here? A parade in reverse. Maybe this is a funeral session, a funeral procession. You need to... It's either almost courting public humiliation and the disappointment and anger of your community by telling the truth, by bringing something in here, Or it's yeah, this is bewildering to me in this, and it's taking a lot of faith on my part to believe that this is what is meant. But the Six of Wands in reverse. It's either something private needs to happen. You need to do something and make sure it's private. And that your community... But then that's this sneakery. That's this lie, right? Or this omission of truth. And you don't want to be doing that, because that interferes with the manifestation of something, of a dream. All right, well, let me know in the comments what you think. The Six of Wands, this to-do list. So it's either doing something in private or accepting the ire of your community. And doing something that you know is going to upset people, because this is all about a conflict that was supposed to happen but didn't, or some sort of truth that was supposed to come out but didn't, and maybe the way to write that is to come into a place where you're willing to accept that your community might not be praising this particular truth. That's hard stuff, though, especially if you've made it here already. Okay, well, let me know in the comments what you think of that. Anyway, and then back to our regular programming, possible outcome here is this Queen of Cups. The queens are inwardly focused. They're focused on who they are. The Queen of Cups is going to be focused on her feelings, what they are. She's journaling shit out. It has to do with love. It might even have to do with some sort of, we have a Scorpion here, so it might have to do with some sort of self-defense or trying to stay safe somehow. But it has to do, Queen of Cups is usually someone very loving, bringing in an offer of love. We've got two lovebirds right here in this little basket, but she's journaling it out and she's figuring out what she feels and what she thinks. It could be, it's coming right underneath this Four of Cups here. So maybe this needs to be explored. This offer, this cup that's coming in, or you're offering it, or going to offer it, or thinking about offering it. And she's here, you're here now. You go into a place of exploring this. What is this offer? What is this emotion? What are these feelings? How do I feel? What do I think? And being more focused, the king is more focused on the whole kingdom. The queen really gets to focus on herself, and she's in a position where she gets to do that, where she gets to focus on what she wants and get really clear on it. I mean, she's sitting here journaling it, figuring out what she wants. What does she want in love? What is she looking for? What is she wanting? And maybe none of these offers were suitable, but now she needs to really start thinking about, and it can be male or female, but I'm just using she because it's easier to gender her like that when she looks like female. So it's just my brain doing the easiest thing here. So this is you coming into some sort of place where you're really thinking and exploring your own feelings and trying to understand them, what you love, what fills you with joy, because nothing here is filling you with joy. Nothing here is making you happy. So you need to go into some sort of place where you get to figure that out, where you're figuring out what you want and what you love. And then you can at least have the cup and the truth here, and something can manifest. But it's having a hard time manifesting because I think we might be lacking the sword of truth. And we might even be lacking an understanding of what's in this cup even. We don't even know what's in the cup on the table. Okay, so Virgo, that was an interesting reading. I hope, let me know what you think of this reverse Six of Wands in your to-do list. And I hope you have a wonderful week.